Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you for your patience as we've had a kind of busy, rough holiday season at work. Nonetheless, I got a few different things I want to show you all this evening. We're going to take a look at a few different knives as well as a watch. If you guys haven't checked out Nick of Time timepieces yet, this was actually something that I got on Facebook at a highly discounted rate. Nick's on vacation, but you definitely want to check out Nick of Time timepieces. K-N-I-C-K, Nick of Time timepieces. Without further ado, let's get into some of these. This is a more recent acquisition that I was very, very happy to get my hands on. The finish on the blade when we get there is one of my favorite things about this knife. This is a Heretic custom. It is an auto. This is an auto Wraith. You can also see it's an abalone finish with multi-layered styled carbon fiber. So you can see you have your normal hatching there, and then the layering here on this section is the black dunes, I believe is what they call it. You can see that on the back as well, full black dunes with that abalone inlay. The spine also is, I like to say, integral carbon fiber. It's full carbon fiber, so it's hard to see, but this is that dunes carbon fiber on the other side of that abalone inlay as well, continuing onto the back here. You can see your Anthony Gary Marfione serial number 14 upside down there on the pocket clip. This is also an automatic push button. It's inlaid with abalone as well. We're going to go ahead and flick that bad boy open, let you guys see this cracked ice finish. Forgive the overexposure on some of these shots. I'm just trying to give you guys the best view of this blade steel. Forgive the fingerprints. But yes, this is a DLC cracked iced finish. Razor sharp edge there from the factory. One of my favorite blades from them. I also love the fact that the spring is not so tight like the stitch, where you can actually close it with one hand. Speak of the devil, this is the OD green stitch. I got this off of Snuggle Steels, which is Blade Runner HQ's little, somebody's had hands on it before you, Snuggle Steels. It came to me in absolutely mint condition. All the pocket clip wear and stuff is for me carrying this. OD green full everything, so everything on this knife has been OD green Cerakoted, except minus the little Borka logo and stuff that gets etched out. If you guys have not tried these before, you're gonna see there's a heck of a spring on that stitch. Closing it one-handed is very, very difficult. Of course, my fingers are in the wrong place for that right now, but closing it single-handed is very difficult compared to the auto Wraith that we just tried custom from Heretic. Let's skip that. We're going to go to a manual Wraith DLC. This is the full titanium integral body with that carbon fiber scale on there. I believe that is also a titanium pivot collar there as well. And this is the flipper model, so it actually has that tang on it to flip open. Also another very sharp razor edge from the factory. Heretic is very, very good, unlike some of the Microtechs I've seen posted about where every once in a while they'll sneak through quality control. Not these guys. They have not yet had any postings about them not making it. I like this. I guess it's a tumbled, almost stone-washed finish on the titanium body. It's kind of hard to tell, but it, to me, looks like a stone wash that they DLC'd over, or sort of tumbled and DLC'd over. Still holds for wear very, very, very well. It's very hard to tell that I've actually carried this knife, put it in my pocket for a few weeks, besides the dust that you can see inside of it. You can see it's also got an insert there, a locking bar that my finger's pointing at, that can be changed. So this gives you a lot more lifetime on that. It's very drop shutty as well. Hard to show you on camera, but it drops shut like a some gun whenever you get some oil in it. This is our last little addition we're going to talk about on the knives before we jump over to the watch. It's kind of hard to see in the lighting. This is a flamed titanium inlay. Got to get that just right. Serial number 139 on the Cleric 2. This is a DLC knife as well. This is the full serrated version. I've actually cut a few things with this already, and it's kind of hard to tell that anything's been brutalized with this knife, but it definitely has. Pulled up some carpet with it the other day and cut some carpet with it the other day, and you can't even tell that there's anything ever even been on this thing, because it's got oil on it and it's got that DLC finish over stonewash on a Magna Cut blade, so you're never going to see that. just like every other Cleric too, you got an amazing action that's very easy in my opinion compared to other out the fronts. Especially being on that flat, it's so much easier. I just tore up my nail trying to slip off of it, showing off for you guys. But nonetheless, we're going to jump on over to the Breitling Avenger Pro. This is one that I want on Nick of Time timepieces. This is a stainless DLC watch. Got some fingerprints up there on the top of the crown. Forgive me on that. I like this one as compared to the Endurance Pro that I've showed you before on the channel, because of the fact that this is a windable watch. Of course, you can't see through on the back, but it is, I believe it's the BO1. It's a Swiss-made timekeeping mechanism inside of there, but you can actually hand wind this watch. It's not relying on a battery to function. The glow on the afterglow on all of the numbers and hands and whatnot, to me, is better on this watch than it is on the Endurance Pro as well. And then same action for the most part on your chronometer. But the other thing that I'm not a huge fan of on this watch, but I've seemed to get over, was it's not like the Endurance Pro where you can turn it both directions. You have to go all the way around and land back on your spot. Make sure that's just some shmoo on there. Yep, that's just some shmoo. The other thing I've noticed in particular to this watch, the bright light on the other watch seems to take a hit a little bit better than this DLC. You can kind of see down here at the number 8, right there in front of my thumbnail, I've taken a little bit of a ding right there on the DLC, and it showed up. It's almost like it chipped off. Same thing on the corner of this 30 crown. You see where I've tapped it. All of these edges are razor sharp, by the way. All of these machine cut edges are razor sharp. You can also kind of see some glint scratches up here and on the crown itself up here at the top. To me, this isn't the greatest DLC coating in the world. It's a very, very heavy watch, and I love wearing this watch. But yeah, I wouldn't be wearing it if I didn't win it for the substantial discount that I did on Nick of Time timepieces. I like the band as well because of the fact that you have this little disconnect here. So it's just like, drop it all over your knives. It's just like a metal watch band in the sense that you get the same kind of leather strap that you would from that. This is also functional, so it does come apart and allow you adjustability there, but you have the quick release ability of take on and put off, or put on and take off rather. Nonetheless, thank you so much for watching, gentlemen. One of these days, if y'all are interested, we'll have to get into a tasting of some of these and review some of them, give you guys some insight on some of the different whiskeys that I've had. If you're interested, nonetheless, thank you all for watching and have a wonderful new year.